Taurus Horoscope for March 2026. Embracing freedom and manifesting ambition. March will be a defining period for Taurus to experience a new level of personal liberation. Space is opening up in your life for bold experimentation and fresh solutions. On one hand, this month may require a heavy emotional decision, closing the door on an outdated process or limiting the influence of someone who hinders your freedom of choice. On the other hand, this release will spark a vibrant curiosity and open doors to exciting new possibilities. Your 11th house becomes the epicenter of celestial activity, hosting the energy of Mars, Mercury, and the Sun, along with a potent new moon. This concentration of planetary power funnels your ambitions into social circles and community spaces. If you have recently navigated a breakup, you may find yourself ready for a new connection. However, the stars suggest moving mindfully and acting with intention rather than rushing in. A major focus this month falls on your relationship with your children. A lunar eclipse in this sector marks a pivotal moment in a long-term reformating of your bond with them. This is also a peak time for self-actualization, whether through creating extra income streams, promoting your resume and services, or finding success through collective endeavors. March also brings a new initiative that you will likely prefer to keep under wraps for now. There is a specific power in being the sole keeper of this information. By the end of the month, your ruling planet, Venus, enters your first house for a stay of over 3 weeks. This initiates an exceptionally harmonious and favorable period where your creative efforts and drive for growth will begin to bear fruit almost instantly. Let's take a closer look at the key astrological events of March and how they will shape your journey. March 2nd, Mars enters Pisces, activating your 11th house until April 9th. Mars is the primary driving force of the horoscope, embodying the energy of will and achievement. Its transit through this sector indicates that your main focus will be on promoting your personal interests and engaging deeply with your social sphere. This is an ideal time for self-promotion, seeking new clients or partners, and sending out resumes. Your ambition to showcase yourself and your talents will be the main engine of progress during this period. The 11th house is also connected to romantic interests, making vivid and dynamic developments in your personal life quite likely. Since Pisces is a sign of mysteries, part of your preparation for new plans or major social events may take place behind the scenes. Hidden from public view, matters involving siblings might also come to the forefront. Overall, this is a season of high ambition and the active expansion of your social influence. March 3rd, a lunar eclipse occurs in Virgo within your 5th house, bringing a significant event to the realms of your personal life, creativity, and relationships with children. This eclipse serves as a major turning point in the process of reformatting your emotional connections and creative endeavors. It is important to realize that this cycle is not yet complete. A final chapter of this story will be written in February 2027. For now, you are reaching a moment of intermediate yet highly significant results. Under the influence of the eclipse energy, you are called to make an important choice. This decision may involve the future of your children, a romantic relationship, or the launch of an ambitious creative project that could potentially become your new profession. Since the 5th house also governs leisure, it is quite possible you will return to an old hobby that suddenly regains its meaning and inspiration. March 5th, the Sun forms a magnificent aspect of good fortune with Jupiter, one of the most positive planetary configurations, occurring only twice a year. This day opens a potent portal of opportunities for expanding your influence and achieving success in various areas. Any important agreements, deals, or negotiations scheduled for this date are highly likely to conclude in your favor, bringing long-awaited and tangible results. If you've been grappling with unresolved legal or administrative matters, now is the ideal moment for their successful resolution. This day is also exceptionally favorable for any social engagement, public speaking, launching advertising campaigns, participating in significant events, or boosting your job search by updating your resume will prove maximally effective. Jupiter's energy will help you stand out, attract the right people, and ensure your talents, products, or services become truly sought after. Furthermore, any major acquisitions made today will not only be a sound investment, but also a source of lasting satisfaction. Utilize this generous celestial gift to actualize your most ambitious plans. March 6th, Venus, your ruling planet, and the symbol of both material and emotional well-being, moves into your 12th house, where she will reside until March 30th. The 12th house is a realm of solitude, quiet and hidden processes, as Venus governs our values. During this period, your attention will naturally turn inward to your personal resources. This is an excellent time for forming targeted savings. You can now begin setting aside funds not merely for a safety net, but for the specific realization of a significant dream or purchase. Venus's transit from March 6th to 30 also promises pleasant events connected to people from distant lands or cities. This could be an unexpected encounter or the reception of important, joyful news. In your personal life, this period may bring deep feelings or romantic storylines that you might prefer to keep private for now. Additionally, Venus in this sector favors the receipt of unofficial income or bonuses from activities hidden from public view. This is a time of quiet joy and profound inner creation. March 7th will be a day of brilliant mental breakthroughs and emotional challenges. The Sun's conjunction with retrograde Mercury, a moment known as Sia's Amy, marks the birth of a valuable idea or strategic plan that you can successfully bring to fruition within the next 3 to 4 months. This is an excellent time for an intellectual breakthrough or for making that significant purchase you've been diligently saving for. However, this same day is also influenced by the Venus-Neptune conjunction, which fosters an atmosphere of high idealism and can distort your perception of reality. Your desires today may be incredibly potent, yet potentially lacking practical grounding. There's a significant risk of making impulsive expenditures, both financial and emotional, by succumbing to a fleeting impulse or a beautiful illusion. To make the most of this day, strive to maintain mental clarity and critically analyze all your impulses. An idea that emerges today certainly merits attention, but its implementation and associated expenses should be based on cold calculation, not irrational inspiration. Engage your logical mind and strive for a pragmatic approach in all matters. March 8th will be a crucial point of reevaluation. Black Moon Lilith forms a challenging aspect to the lunar nodes, while your ruling planet Venus conjoins austere Saturn. This day may evoke a feeling of suspension and a kind of energetic void between past and future. You might feel that a situation has reached an impasse, and any hasty or chaotic actions would only worsen it. The Venus-Saturn conjunction will orchestrate a kind of direct confrontation between your desires and actual possibilities. On one hand, Saturn provides much-needed predictability and solid ground beneath your feet. On the other, it compels you to honestly ask yourself, is this truly what I aspired to? Has stability become a cage for my authentic desires? Despite potential mental turmoil, today you are capable of making a profound internal decision, even without immediate external actions. This choice will become your key to liberation from lingering circumstances. March 9th marks the repetition of an exceptionally favorable aspect between retrograde Mercury and Jupiter. This configuration is the central piece of a unique triangle of fortune, the first stage of which we experienced on February 16th, and the final on April 3rd. Now is the moment for a second chance. If your endeavors in mid-February did not yield the desired results, face delays, or if you hesitated to take a crucial step for any reason, fate is offering you the perfect opportunity to revisit that matter. The day's energy is maximally conducive to success in commercial activities, making significant and beneficial purchases, and signing agreements that will bring substantial future rewards. This is a time when reaching mutually beneficial agreements occurs more easily and naturally. Furthermore, March the 9th of May bring long-awaited news and important call, meeting, or correspondence. There's a high probability of finally receiving what you have been anticipating, or discovering a solution that previously eluded you. Harness this powerful momentum to rectify past shortcomings and move decisively forward. March 13th, the day of powerful breakthroughs and incredible activity. Mars conjoins the North Node in your 11th house. This day is marked by a potent influence. Mars conjoins the North Node in your 11th house, a rare event last observed in April 2007. The energy of this aspect will be felt for several days surrounding this date, creating a powerful impulse for forward movement. Mars symbolizes our inner strength and decisiveness, while the North Node points to the vector of the future and evolution. Their conjunction is like injecting high-octane fuel. A fire, it tenfold accelerates the realization of your plans and radically amplifies ambitions. This is a time for bold decisions and rapid progress. Interestingly, current events may echo not only the spring of 2007, but also your choices made in December 2016, since this aspect forms a harmonious connection with your sign. You can expect a sudden and favorable acceleration in your affairs. Everything that seemed stagnant or slow will now receive a colossal boost of energy, elevating your life to a qualitatively new level. This is your moment for a decisive leap into the future. March 14th, Mars square Black Moon Lilith, intensity and caution. Today is characterized by a powerful, high-friction square between Mars and Black Moon Lilith, which can create an atmosphere of emotional and mental overload. On this day, you risk facing an excessive fixation on certain themes. Most often, these will be matters related to personal finances, deep feelings, or complex nuances in relationships. Black Moon Lilith's energy can provoke certain excession, causing you to see situations in a distorted light and ruminate in circles. On one hand, it is crucial to refrain from hasty steps and not try to force events. Excessive pressure on the situation will only cause harm now. On the other hand, the stars strongly advise against succumbing to internal anxiety and not escalating tensions in communication with loved ones or partners. Try not to dramatize emerging contradictions and avoid turning minor misunderstandings into major conflicts. The best strategy for today is to maintain inner balance, adopt an observer's perspective, and allow passions to subside before taking any decisive action. March 15th, your mental space and the realm of social plans will be powerfully influenced by the conjunction of retrograde Mercury and Mars in your 11th house. This planetary pairing merges the power of thought and word Mercury with the energy of decisive action Mars. Under normal circumstances, Mars acts as a potent catalyst, aiming to accelerate the realization of any ideas and decisions. However, Mercury's current retrograde motion introduces significant adjustments. Any agreements, promises, or grand plans formulated today will likely require refinement. Consider this period an opportunity for intensive strategic planning rather than a moment for a final launch. If you make a promise to yourself or others today, know that you will begin its full implementation not immediately, but closer to April 20th. It is on that date that Mercury and Mars will meet again, with Mercury now in direct motion. This second conjunction in late April will give you the true green light, allowing you to act with confidence, without undue hesitation or the need to look back. You are currently planting the seeds of future success, which will fully blossom in a month's time. March 16th, Mercury re-enters a tense interaction with Black Moon Lilith, bringing us back to themes that first surfaced around February 10th. This repeating aspect acts as a unique second chance to untangle the complexities of the previous month. If around February 10, misunderstandings arose, documents contained errors, or an unpleasant argument occurred based on misconstrued words, destiny now offers you an opportunity to set things right. You may find yourself needing to revisit a difficult conversation on the same challenging topic that was relevant previously. Black Moon Lilith oft and distorts perception, provoking conflicts out of thin air. However, now, armed with the experience of the past month, you can approach the situation with greater awareness. Use this day to clarify unspoken issues, correct mistakes made earlier, and if possible, reach a peaceful resolution, definitively ending a protracted conflict. Pay close attention towards both your own and others, and strive for maximum clarity in communication. March 19th and new moon in Pisces occurs in your 11th house, initiating a fresh cycle of social activity and the realization of your ambitious plans. The new moon always symbolizes an influx of fresh energy and the genesis of new initiatives. For you, this impulse will be concentrated in the sector of your future, collective achievements, and public recognition. Expect the appearance of new faces in your circle, exciting opportunities for self-realization, and valuable information that was previously hidden from you. This period will be marked by increased communications meetings. Calls and correspondence will noticeably increase. You may receive important news concerning your siblings. The new moon also favors the launch of collective projects or preparation for large-scale events. Overall, this is an extremely positive event that activates a program of optimism and helps gently but steadily remove any obstacles on your path to success. The planetary energy supports your drive for growth and strengthening your position in society. March 20th, on this day, the Sun transitions into Aries. Marking the spring equinox, this is a crucial astronomical and energetic threshold, the start of astronomical spring in the Northern Hemisphere and a time of powerful natural awakening. For you, this period will become a time for the active manifestation of those ideas and intentions that were laid down back in late 25. Around December 20th, now, the seeds you planted in winter begin to sprout, demanding concrete action. With the Sun's shift into your 12th house for an entire month, the focus will shift to more hidden, internal aspects of existence. During this time, you may feel a persistent desire to reassess your customary lifestyle and introduce changes to your daily routine. This might manifest as a need to adjust your work schedule, slow down, or conversely, make your pace of activity more efficient. This period favors the search for a more harmonious rhythm of life, which will allow you to better listen to yourself and prepare for a new personal cycle. March 21st, Mercury completes its retrograde motion and stations direct, returning to the same point on the zodiacal with it occupied on February 12th. This marks a symbolic return to the matters and plans that first emerged in mid-February. If your initiatives then faced frustrating errors, delays, or uncertainty, the situation will now begin to unfold much more swiftly and smoothly. The realization of your intentions will finally gain the necessary momentum. Since Mercury's direct station occurs in your 11th house, positive shifts will impact learning, collaborative projects, and online activities. This is a favorable time for developing online businesses, trade matters, and logistics. Long-awaited clarity will emerge in your relationships with friends, colleagues, and siblings. Information you've been anticipating since February 12th will finally arrive. Communications with others will now become more effective, and essential resources and insights will flow with less effort. March 22nd, and the Sun conjoins Neptune in your 12th house, creating an atmosphere of deep immersion into the subconscious and subtle energies. This conjunction will raise significant inner questions. What do I truly believe in? What do I hope for? Am I allowing myself or others to deceive me? The day is imbued with mystical and unusual vibrations, making it ideal for spiritual work. This is an excellent time for meditation, prayer, esoteric practices, or simply quiet solitude with your inner self. However, for practical and financial matters, this is not the optimal moment. On both March 22nd and 23rd, try to avoid making important rational decisions, as your perception of reality may be distorted by excessive idealism or hopes not grounded in facts. Allow yourself to flow with intuition, but postpone serious matters requiring cold, hard logic until a more suitable period. March 25th. This will be one of the month's pivotal dates. The Sun forms a precise conjunction with Saturn in your 12th house. This event marks the official commencement of a new annual program of achievements. On this day, you may be presented with a task so massive and significant that you'll be ready for serious and sustained effort to realize it. It's a moment of embracing inner responsibility, consciously choosing a long-term strategy. You'll feel empowered to exhibit iron discipline, patience, and a willingness to accept certain limitations for the sake of achieving the fundamental results you've outlined. Since this conjunction occurs in the 12th house, the sector of completion and inner processes for some Taurines, this goal will be connected to deeply personal plans or internal transformation. For others, it will involve supporting and planning with a very close individual, whose interests you now prioritize alongside your own. This conjunction lays the groundwork for an entire year ahead, defining the vector of your efforts and the area of your personal maturity. March 28th. Saturn and Pluto form a precise harmonious aspect, one of the year's most powerful and significant planetary interactions. This aspect carries a power dynamic. Its influence will be felt not just today, but will serve as a defining backdrop for all of 2026. Globally, it symbolizes strong support from external structures and society for initiatives that bring genuine benefit to people. In your chart, this energy activates your 10th house career, status, higher goals, and your 12th house hidden processes. Inner foundation. Now, a special sensitivity to the signs of destiny is required from you. Pay attention to those paths that close or are blocked by external circumstances despite your efforts. If you sense an insurmountable resistance from your environment, that's a clear signal you are not meant to go there right now. Conversely, if a new endeavor or direction, even one you weren't initially particularly interested in, receives unexpected external support, and doors open seemingly by themselves, then that is the most promising and favorable path for you at this moment. Pluto and Saturn help you cut away the unnecessary and focus on the development vector that will bring the most stable and significant results. March 30th. Your ruling planet Venus enters your sign, where she will reside until April 24th. For Taurus, this marks one of the most fortunate and harmonious periods of the year. Venus returns to her domicile, which maximally amplifies her benevolent energy specifically for you. This transit will bring a noticeable surge in self-confidence and overall life satisfaction. In the material realm, pleasant shifts are expected. Your financial situation will become more stable. Money worries will recede, and income will allow you not only to cover current needs, but also to build savings. Tense or conflict-ridden situations that may have troubled you previously will begin to resolve naturally. This is a time of comfort, personal charm, and achieving inner stability, when life itself feels softer and more joyful. I wish you a wonderful and successful month. My dear Taurines, please subscribe to the channel.